Hello, good people. So, as you guys know, I've been living in my car for about 2 months now. And in that time, I've been reading. Big Brother. I read all these books in their entirety. Big Brother, Brilliant Nightmare, Human Race, Get Off Your Knees. Just finished that one last night. Tales from the Time Loop, David Icke, and The Biggest Secret. And in these books is all the knowledge that I needed to understand what's going on. And basically, I was under an attack from them, they, Illuminati, Deep State, whatever you want to call them. And some of the things, they did a plethora of things to me. You name it, they did it to me. Poisoned, gaslighting, you name it, it happened. And so what they do too is they use blackmail and bribery. And you notice how you look at the news and you see, I remember, you got the Jeffrey Epstein death or whatever, and then there was some senator died, and people are dying, right? And you know why these people are dying? Is because basically they're all getting exposed. These bad people in these networks, these secret networks throughout America and throughout the world, they're getting exposed. And one of the things they did to me though, so there's a song by Madonna featuring Sway Lee, came out a few months ago, I think. I made that melody. I actually came up with that melody. Your love is what I crave, but my cravings get dangerous. I didn't come up with the lyrics for the song, but I came up with that melody. And that melody, because these people are spies, right? I was basically targeted and spied on and harassed, but they spied on me. They stole my melody and they used it in that song. That's I'm supposed to have credit for that song because I legitimately came up with that melody. I don't think it's the other way around where they came up with the melody and then it just came to me and I started humming it. No, I was humming that melody, just being creative, humming. And the next thing you know, not even that much later, probably weeks, that song is out and it's my melody. I was like, what? That's my melody. So that's the things they do. They spy on people. They take advantage of people by spying on them and using whatever knowledge that person has that they're spying on for whatever financial gains possible. In my case, me being musically inclined, they used it to make a song in Hollywood, Madonna. So that's one of the things that they did. And so yesterday I called my mom, which isn't my mom, by the way. That's the thing. Yeah, that's where I was getting at. When these people die, they don't die. They go and change identities. I done seen damn near everybody in Tacoma that I know. I've been able, damn near, not everyone, but I've been able to recognize these people. So I saw, there'll be someone that looks like my friend, but it's not my friend. But then there's someone who looks like someone else, but that is my friend. They steal identities, and they use blackmail to do this to people. And they ruin these people's lives too, because I'm sure most of them, if not all of them, they're good people. I'm definitely good people. I don't commit fraud. I don't do anything wrong, but I have an excellent credentials and an excellent background. So I'm sure this network has probably stolen my identity on multiple occasions. But that's basically how they work. And then they're kind of getting exposed. And this is the Illuminati, this is whatever you want to call them. And but their power comes from the general public not having knowledge of them, basically. That's where their power is. That's their only power. So when we know what they're doing and how they're doing it and why they're doing it, then they'll essentially become powerless. Because I discovered it. But I already know there's many people just like me who didn't discover it, who didn't know, who fell for the trap, who fell for the bait, who turned into a tranny or went from a boy to a girl or changed their identity or whatever it was. Plenty of people did that because they didn't know. You know, it's a deep mind control. It's deep. They basically take over your mind, which takes over your body. And if you want to learn more about how they do that, this would be the book to read. Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True. This will give you all the information you need on how you did that. So if you're a victim and you're now a boy, or a girl and you were a boy, or you have a mental health illness, whatever your case may be, read that book and you can find out exactly how they did that and why. And then once you're aware, then you're good. Then you know how to defend it. You know how to defend against yourself, and you know that they don't have power anymore, and you'll know why if you read that book. What else? Yeah, so these people, they're basically, they're criminals of the world. They are the terrorists. They are the Al-Qaeda. They are the, you name it. Name a terrorist organization. These are these people. These are these networks. Because basically that's part of the game. It's fear-based, right? So it's problem, reaction, solution, or no problem, reaction, solution. So when you hear like, I mean, everybody knows 9/11 was bullshit, right? Everybody knows that, right? That's an example. 9/11 terrorist attack. Oh no, we need more security. And so basically they up the security, they spy on everybody, they basically increase all the surveillance on American people. When it, first of all, it didn't even need to happen. And second of all, because people are good, but most people are good. And so they do that, but they don't do that to help you. They do that to control you more. And then also too, what I think is one of the things they do is spear phishing. It's like I learned it when I was doing IT, and that's where the spear fishing, like just imagine a spear and you're going for the big fish. So they look for the big fish, and then that's who they target, because if you target big fish, they have a lot of money. And they use things like voice synthesis, imitation, video synthesis, telecom fraud, things like that, to basically take over someone's life or take someone's money from them, take everything from somebody. In my case, they took my family from me. I don't have a family, I don't have friends. And so like that's basically what they do. So like that's why it's like important to know this stuff, especially like if you're wealthy, because these people, you're a target to these people. You're like you have a red dot on you if this network of people, of hackers, whatever you want to call them, know who you are. And it runs through basically everything. You got it in, this network runs through military, government, state departments, you name it. And they can basically do whatever they want. So in my case, in my situation, what I believe is going on is there was when Turkey had a major collapse in their currency, and there was billions of dollars, with a B, billions, 40, 50 billion or so. And so one of the things they did to me was they made false evidence on one of my crypto wallets that I used, Bitcoin wallet. And I wish I actually had the proof, just to put the proof in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. I wish I had the pudding. I could find it, but so basically what they did I had a laptop that I threw away, and on that laptop I had a Bitcoin wallet that I used to use, and it doesn't have anything in it now. And so what they did, this is my theory, call it a conspiracy, what have you. They took that laptop, got into it. Oh, here's a Bitcoin wallet. This is Derek's laptop. And the whole time, mind you, for the past year, probably more. They were just only they were trying to incriminate me for their crimes. They need to find patsies for their crimes, because when they commit these crimes, they're secret, right? So when they commit these crimes, they look for American citizens or anybody who fits the description of committing that crime, or that fits the description that they can line up evidence. In this case, if you're collapsing a country, or if you're stealing billions with a B dollars of money in crypto, and look at me, I'm a crypto enthusiast, right? And let's use his identity to do it. Let's use him. Let's make everything look like he did it. And so basically, I went and I was just checking my wallets just to make sure. Like, I was just backtracking and looking. This is months ago. So I believe this happened. I believe what I'm talking about now with the whole Bitcoin wallet evidence they created, I believe that happened around April or May. And so what they did so you have a blockchain explorer, and that's where you can look at the crypto addresses and see what's in it. And so I was just checking my old Bitcoin wallets or addresses that I don't use. I was just checking on the Explorer, and I'm like, what the hell? There was $40 billion worth of Bitcoin that was going in and out of it. How I knew it was fake though, right? So I checked multiple Explorers. They all reflected the same thing. Well, I don't know if it was like identical the same thing, but they all basically had the same amount of funds in there and all that. And so what it was they didn't actually put any funds in that wallet. They basically, the people who run these websites, they basically told them, hey, do this to this wallet. How I know that was because I created that wallet in like April or May, maybe even March, around that time frame. But if you go back and look on the Explorer, they had money going in and out from last year and the year before that, I think. Like, there was like a history of money going in and out. And last time I looked, which was months ago, back in April or May when I discovered this, there was 40, like the maximum I think was like 40 billion or 43 or 44 billion. And then the current balance was 40 million in Bitcoin. And I'm like, whoa, like, this is crazy. That's how I knew 100% for sure they're trying to incriminate me for a crime. And on top of other evidence that was created to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about as well. And other evidence created to make it look like I have mental health issues, and other evidence to make it look like I might be violent, and all types of just bullshit. But luckily, I'm not an idiot, and I was able to do my own research and figure this out. So that's a good thing. But that's what these people do. And as long as these people exist, changing the world is as easy as getting rid of this group of people. And I'm not talking about faking deaths, right? I'm not talking about, oh, this person died when really they just came back in a new identity. I'm talking about, we need to take these guys out. Like, if people are collapsing economies and just running rampant on fraud all over the world and in America for their own gains, a small group of people, we need to get rid of those people. Like, right? I think everybody would agree with me on that. And so let's say, for example, in my case, with this $40 billion worth of crypto, right? Let's just say one person in this group, which I know who, Ruslan, I'm guessing, right? I mean, all the evidence makes sense that it was him or a group of people related to him or really close to him. So last time I talked to him, I was basically talking about all this shit. He was as nervous as you can get. Like, he was shaking in his boots because he knew that I knew the truth. And then he would lie. Bitcoin, I don't even know. Bitcoin's fake. Like, knowing him and knowing how intelligent he is, because I met him in school. He's probably been tracking me before school because he's a damn fraudster criminal. But knowing him and knowing how smart he is, I know he knows damn well what Bitcoin is. But anyways, so what he did was, this is what should happen basically. So let's just say this group of people aren't all completely bad, and it's just this one guy, which I doubt, of course. But whoever took this money, right? If there's an investigation and whoever took all of this money, it would be more wise to take out that person and have that money locked, like untouchable, rather than to extend things, or rather than to work with this criminal because he has the money and because he has the power. Why is that? Is because, you know, what if that billions of dollars turns into trillions of dollars? Now we have a criminal with trillions of dollars that could potentially take over the world. When if we took that guy out and the Bitcoin was locked in, then we have, it actually really doesn't affect, in the long term, it really won't affect the concept or the principles of Bitcoin. It's still going to be completely A-okay, because the way Bitcoin works, like, you could do your own research, but the way it works is, in the long run, that's going to be irrelevant whether we get it now or it just stays locked. In the long run, it's going to be irrelevant. It's not going to mess up the longevity or the concepts or principles of Bitcoin. And it's more important because of that reason. Like, you can give a criminal a ton of power. So if these people, like the good people, are working with this guy or these bad people who have all this money and they're not actually doing anything about it, and they're good people, then they're not doing the right thing. Because the right thing would be to literally take this guy out, because you don't want a criminal with billions or trillions of dollars. They can take over the world. And this is just my theory, but it makes sense to me, and I'm sure it would make sense to anybody else. And I'm sure if the leaders of the world are smart people and have morals, they would agree with me, because if they actually are trying to change the world, not take it over, because, like, that's the right thing to do. You don't want to give all that power to someone who's already been lying and already been undermining everybody. You don't want to just give them more power, you know? But that's my 2 cents. Yeah, just want to do a little video. Might have to go pick me up another book. But I suggest everybody read this book. Everybody should read this book. If you read this book, this is what woke. This is what being woke is. It's not a joke. Anyways, have a good day. Enjoy this fine Saturday, and love, peace, and have a great day.